Hi, this is Clay Green with Picture Window Software, and today I want to show you an overview of an application called TeleConnectSIP. TeleConnectSIP is the latest version of our TeleConnect application, which has been designed to work with voice over IP phone systems, such as Cisco, Mitel, ShoreTel, Asterisk, Siemens. It should also work with hosted environments like 8x8 provides. The application is designed to use the SIP protocol, which is Session Initiation Protocol. It's a standard protocol supported by, I hesitate to say all, but most voice over IP phone systems today. The advantage to using an application like TeleConnect is that for receptionists, we've integrated the phone call handling capabilities, which are provided at the bottom of the screen. These bottom panels are for call handling. We've integrated those with your directory at the top. This is your database. The database can be something you provide, or you can use our CAN database. We support Microsoft's open database connectivity protocol, which for databases means you can virtually, connect to any database available, commercial database available today. There are ODBC drivers for Lotus Notes, for Active Directory, for SQL Server, for Microsoft Access, even for Excel. Though I probably wouldn't recommend using Excel. I would recommend minimum using a Microsoft Access database. Okay. The advantage, to having that integrated is that I don't have to keep shifting my focus between my phone and some directory that's somewhere else. In the old days, that could have been on a paper directory. So a call came in, answered the call, the person told you who they wanted, you went to a paper directory and looked it up, you went back to your phone and dialed the extension to transfer it. If you made a mistake, you went back to the directory, rechecked the number, and then came back to the phone and dialed it. So there's some inefficiency in that, even if you're using a computer, web directory today. You're still shifting your focus from phone to screen back to phone. And you're also relying on the receptionist to dial that extension number properly, rather than having an integrated solution like TeleConnect, where we are going to dial the numbers. The software is going to dial the numbers for you. The intent of this short lesson is simply to give you an overview. What is it that TeleConnect provides? What's its advantage? And a little bit on how a call's handled. So the easiest way to see this software in action is if I place a call right now. We're connected to a Cisco system right now. In my lab, there's a Cisco CUCM, Cisco Unified Call Manager, and it's running 10.5 is the version it's running. It would work on any Cisco system that supported SIP. So that goes way back probably to version 4 or 5. It would also work on Cisco's smaller platform that runs on the routers, the CUCME, the Express. All right, so let me just, all of that is just academic because the software is using a standard protocol. I could have turned on my Mitel phone system here in my lab and done this exact same demo with the Mitel system. Same software. I wouldn't even have to change an option in configuration except for, if there's a different IP address that's used. It's very, very standard. All right, so let's just jump right into it. I'm going to make a phone call. Okay, I can tell that there's a call coming in. You hear the ringing. You can see the loop key flash, and you'll also see it change to a red color. I click to answer it. There's also an answer button I could have used over here rather than picking the loop key that's ringing. The person tells me who they'd like to speak to, and it's Ken Tapp, T-A-P. Notice as I type each letter, it filters the search. I can see that Ken Tapp is highlighted, and all I have to do is hit enter. Once that person's automatically selected, by hitting enter, it will transfer that call. So I'm going to do that right now. Now notice the call's gone. It did what's called a blind transfer. And I'm going to just reach over to Ken Tapp's phone and answer it and hit release, just so we don't hear that ringing sound. But the The key thing there is we've set up the system with an option called blind transfer. And that assumes that you don't need to announce the call, that the receptionist's job is just to transfer that call to the right party. It's up to them to pick it up, find out who the caller is. Now, there are some environments where things are done a little bit differently. Let me just clear this search off so we go back to the main screen, showing all the records. And I'm going to change that option so you can see if you did need to do an announce, what that would look like. We have a number of tabs with different options for setting up the system and how it works. I'm going to go to the lookup tab, which determines how this lookup box down here, the search area, works. And the last choice at the bottom is blind transfer from lookup box. I'm going to go ahead and click that off, say OK, which will automatically apply that change. I don't need to restart the software. Let's do the same call again, and we'll see the difference. Call comes in. I'm going to click the answer button. I could have also hit function key F1 for answer. F2 is hold, F3 is release, and so on. So I click the button. It answered the call. They tell me they want Ken Tap. I type TAP. I see that Ken's name is highlighted in the database grid, so it's ready to go. I hit enter. Now notice the call's not gone. And this little indicator indicates that Ken's line's ringing. I'm going to pick up that line, or Ken is. I announce the call. Ken, I have John Smith for you. Can you take the call? Yes, I can, says Ken. I hit release, and it will connect Ken to the caller. I'm out of the call. It completes the transfer. Ken now has John Smith on the line. So it's just that quick. Now, if I were to do it again without all the explanation, you'll see just how fast it is. Keep in mind, we've turned off the blind transfer. Here comes the call again. Good morning, ABC Company. How may I help you? Let me see if he's available. Ken, I have Clay Green for you. Can you take the call? And so it's just that quick. My focus never changes. I continue to look at the screen, and everything is done in a much more efficient fashion. Okay, this concludes this lesson 1 and overview on TeleConnect. There are many, many options. We're going to go into those in future lessons. We're going to go into configuration. There's going to be a lesson that's just for receptionists on how to handle all the different call scenarios that they might encounter. But I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and please check our website, www.p as in Paul, WIN as in Nancy.com. Picture Window Software. Thank you.